We're live. NashvilleLou Live, September 25th, 2022. Try to mute everything that was playing. I was testing the audio earlier. I believe I've done so. After a long weekend of watching college and professional American football, looking forward to getting in some time with some player versus player battling and Blockchain Brawlers. Now available in open beta on Steam. Free to play. Oh, hey, Nemo. Yeah, I remember the other day. Yeah. All right. To reiterate what the developers have noted within the game, because it's obvious on the screen with the big 60% completed note. This is still in development. It's an open beta. This is not a pro wrestling game like you'd think of with a WWE game or Fire Pro Wrestling World or AEW Fight Forever. This is more of a strategy game that just happens to be themed with pro wrestling. It's a lot of fun. As far as who you pick, helps if I grab the correct mouse to run this operation. Go with Johnny Butterfinger. Let me hop into the chat here. I'm still not the most efficient with this when it comes to trying to multitask the broadcasting and the content itself and any engineering nightmares that inevitably creep up from time to time. I managed to barely type hello. Very slow typing suddenly. So I'll play as Johnny Butterfinger. For this, it's essentially a demo of what Blockchain Brawlers will be when it's ready. The bells and whistles aren't all there yet. There's not any background music, which may be a benefit for now because of any particular DMCA concerns with music and live streaming. Don't get me started on that. But the idea is you go to a room and you get ready to get matched up. There are elements of Texas Hold'em poker with this, as far as the folding or calling, and then having your numbers be higher than your opponent's. But there are a couple of twists to it that make this both unique and compelling beyond just, okay, that's a kind of fun game to play as a novelty. And I've said this from the beginning with this particular project. It's very important that the fun factor be as strong as possible. Easier said than done. I mean, how do you quantify such a thing? I had to decide on this pronunciation. Is it Dtotten3? My opponent for this match? All right. We'll start strong. We'll go 5 and 8. You want your second card to be the same or higher than your first card unless you want to flex, and I can explain a little later what that means. At best, they'll push and we'll both connect with the 1 point of damage. They may have a 7 or a 6 here. Could be lower. I don't know. I'm going to win the round or a draw at best. Oh, do I have to? So they raised to 2. I called, so that doubles it. So my 5 and 8 beats the 5 and 7. With a doubler, it's 2 points of damage. We move on to the next round. 25-23 lead. The winner is whomever of the two still has points when the other one hits 0. They'll probably suspect that I might be sandbagging, so I might be able to get them to jump in on a doubler. We'll try that. They can't win this round. At best they can fold. They're going to fold. That's another 2 points of damage. Flexing is when your first card is higher. So if I'm like trying to scare somebody off potentially, I think they'll be looking for it though. So I'm just going to do a card dump this round. Let's go with 1 and 4. If they throw an 8 out there, I might consider sticking with it. That's a 5. 5 is going to be trouble. This could be a 5 and a 3, and I'll regret folding. hard to know, but I don't want to risk the streak, so we'll fold. The streak in the game, it's the power meter, the PM. That's a winner, so I did the right thing by folding. So only the single point of damage, but their power meter goes up to 2. Mine's at 3, 24 to 21 lead. Pair of 7s will be nice right here. Okay, I've got this round for sure. They'll probably just fold. Yeah. Now, if that had been a 3 on this other side or a 1, I would have gotten an extra boost. Part of the way the game rewards aggressive play. It doesn't work for the 2 cards, so keep that in mind. But so in other words, if that would have been a win there for Dtotten3, there would have been a boost because of them having a 1 in there. Okay, they can't beat me this round. They might think I'm trying to bully him out of here. They called me. That's what happened. So you see there are 12 points of damage. I had 4 from the power meter, and then it was a tripler because of the bidding. There's no re-race to this, to be clear. Oh, let's see. Well, this is a good round to just dump out a couple cards. I can be conservative here. Not too conservative. The stream before last, I had a large lead that dissipated because I played too conservatively. So there I should not have folded. It was the best move to make there. So they get the boost up to 4 on their power meter. I've got a 23 to 6 lead. I can go with a 7-8 here. And I've got this round for sure. If they call me here or bid this or otherwise, I've got the match. Okay, we're raising to 3. I'll confirm. And that'll be it for this round and for the match. That's part of the 40%, the animation that goes there at the end. I know there's still a lot that they're setting up to get into the game. Still paranoid about this having crowd noise that overwhelms my microphone. All right. So you see how quick and easy it is to play the game. Oh, so I didn't even see the chat. I get to play in the game. Look over. Oh, yeah, there's a stream chat to it. Yeah, so the bet plus or times the power score. Yeah. Now, obviously, you'll have better luck when you're going up against somebody that has weaker cards. I got some pretty strong cards there. Some of that's luck of the draw. That's part of the game. JustJim, my opponent for this particular match. Let's see what we got here. All right. Let's do a first round fold. Unless he throws out a 1, I'll at least think about it. But probably not. Uh-oh. Here we go. It's a 4. Just going to purge those cards. This could be a 3 or a 1, so there could be a flex element in play here. Yep, it was a flex. So that's a flex and the 1 card in play. So that bumped their power meter up to 4. 25-23 lead, but I've got some decent cards here. 7 and 7. Yeah, this could be trouble. But the only way they get me is that's another 8. Otherwise, it's a flex and I win. Oh, they're raising to 3. Let's see. They could have a pair of 8s. That's the risk you take sometimes in this game. Nope. It's a high flex attempt. I wonder what they thought I had there. Okay, here we go. 6 and 8. Press them on it here. They might. Oh, let's see. The 4, they can't beat me for this round. We'll see if they'll match on a 2. They probably won't. Well, they might. Hard to know with those middle cards. They called. Well, it wasn't a call. They put it at 2. Because it would show if they initially put the 1 and then matched. Usually, at least my understanding is it would show it. So I win. That's with a double or 4 points of damage. Oh, hey, Gertie. Okay, yeah. What impresses me are the scam baiters who can do all of this and keep somebody on the phone while they're playing a character and never slipping up. I don't quite see how that works. This could be trouble here, but let's go with it. If that's a 7 or 8, JustJim wins the round. And it's a 7. A known flexer. All right, let's see. This would be a good dump the cards round. Against a 2, I don't know what they're going to have, but so that's their round. If that's a 2 and a 1, that could be a nice flex. Nope, pair of 2s though. So I should not have folded. Tied up at 18. All right. Let's see. Up against the 3. That's a fold. With a loud pop. And the slap. Six, 8. Unless it's an 8, I get at least a push, which would reset both of our power meters. The tripler is big. What do you got? Flex. All right, so that resets my opponent to 11. JustJim, a.k.a. Gertie32, at 11. I've got a 7-point lead. Oh, no, I misplayed that. I totally misplayed that. I was trying to hit the 1. Oh, okay. Oh, this is bad. How did I mess that up? Get out of here with this. That was a bad blunder. All right. So a 4 and an 8. If I would have played that properly, maybe it would have gone a bit differently, eh? All right. You know, this is a better round to get rid of these 2s if I can. And I know this could be a lower card, but I'm going to do this nonetheless. It's the right play. right. Go 6, 7. We both have a 3 on our power meter. It's a 3. I got this round. I'll go with a 3 to see if that. I don't normally go with a 3, a tripler like that. Trying to see if that'll. There's a 1. You chase the 3. Nope. Fold. Right. 15-8. My power meter goes to 4, so I would win if I can get a doubler with this particular power meter. Not a very good hand here, so we'll get rid of the 2s. I mean, it's tempting to, but I think that's going to be trouble. If that's anything lower than a 7, I would have won with a pair of 2s. That's why I didn't do it. You see, an 8. All right, 12-8. I've got the lead. We both have a power meter of 4. The problem is if I fold and that's and that was a 1 or a 3, that would be I believe doubling from 4 to 8. Let's see. You know what? Doesn't feel right. Dump it. See, I'm glad I did. Power meter goes to 5 for JustJim. Tied up at 8. Seven up against a 5. If he calls me here, this is my win for the match. Got the round regardless. That's it. I'm going to win the match. The 1, 2, 3, and that's the match. Yes, make sure. Still a game in development. You never know what surprises might be lingering. But I get the win. Good game there, JustJim. Play as Rusty Klutz this time. All right. Nice draw to start with here. I hate to use big cards like this early, but I'm going to. Up against an 8. So it's either 8's up, or they're hoping to scare me into a fold. They might chase to a 3 because they got an 8 right there. That could be a mistake if I go with a 3 or a tripler. Let's go doubler and see what they do. They're going 3. I mean, if they got a pair of 8s, hats off to them. Yep, pair of 8s. But, I mean, the damage is 3. Okay, we'll go 6, 6. Doubler. Let's see what they got. At the 7 or 8, they win the match, or the round, I should say. It's a flex, so it's a win for me. For that round. But I still trail by 1, 23-22. All right. Just folds out of this 1-4, regardless of what Dtotten3 has. Or is that a D? The D and the O fonts look very similar, I have to say. Alright, so I was right to fold, though, against a 4-6. If I would have stuck in there, that would have been a loss. I still lost the round, but not nearly like I would have been to lose that streak. We're going to have another fold here with these pair of 2s. This could be a flex, and I'll regret folding. We'll see. Nope. And the pop. So it's a D. Opponent's up by 4. We'll go 6-7. And at worst, we'll get a push, which will break both of our meters, which is fine. We'll see if he'll chase to 2 to the doubler. Nope. All right. This might be a good chance to catch them in a trap. If they go in with a high card, this could be really nice. It is a high card. They're going to go 3. That would knock me out. Do I want to risk it? I think I do. Huge swing right here. Am I going to regret it? A 6, 7, or 8. And it's an 8. All right, well, still in it. 21. I'm looking at the wrong line. 21 to 10. For some reason, I'm still new to this. Keep this in mind. Just like everybody else. I'm used to like American football where I've seen so many games that I don't have to really think about it when I'm describing the action to somebody else as it happens. Folded, which makes sense. Let's see. 6, 7. It's either a pair of 8s or they're going for. They may be thinking that I'm flexing here, and they can still, like with 8-3. If we're both flexing, it goes to the numbers, like it would be if we're both not flexing. Raise me to a tripler. I'll go with that. Let's see. 7 or 8, and they win the round. It's an 8. And that's it. All right. Back at it again. No rewards. And to be clear, this is the open beta version, pardon me, of the game. And so these rewards that you win are just essentially placeholders. It's like preseason NFL. The stats don't really count. But it's fun to see how they might correlate with what the game's going to offer in real life, particularly in Web3 form. Back at it. This time again with Scotty Wide-Eye. Let's see if we can find somebody in the player versus player room 1. Go again. So I guess that is DT. Or is that like D? Is it Tottenham Hotspur? There's things I'm left to guess here. Okay, well, nice start here. We'll go with this. And there's not huge value in winning with a tripler for round 1, but if I got a pair of 8s in there, that's a nice go with things for me. Kind of tough draw there for my opponent. Let's see. Pair of sevens. Got a 1. They're probably going to fold. Yep. 2 points of damage. 25 to 20 lead for me. And my power meter goes to 3. Fold this hand. Pair of sixes, so that was the right decision. But if that would have been a lower card, if that would have been a 5 or lower, then that would have been the flex in play. They would have flexing. And because of that, and I wasn't flexing, I would have won the round. And therein lies the strategy of this game. It is very hard. There's knowing when to flex and how to read your opponent as far as that goes. So 6 and a 7 against a 6. An 8 would beat me here. They know I've been playing pretty tight, but they know I'm getting some high cards. Fold. Yeah, I get you as far as the only a 1 or a 2, unless I guess it depends on what your opponent's got with a power meter. This is a good one to throw out here. You know what? They're going to 3. Let's see. If it's a pair of 8s, then so be it. Pair of 8s. Oh yeah, 5-4 can be very nice as a flex. Oh hey, yeah. Okay, I've been just going back into the lobby when my matches have ended, so that's my plan for when this is done. All right, let's. Go ahead and fold this. Six, 7, so they have some strong cards. Definitely the correct move to fold. Because that's where you get in trouble when you reach that tripler level and they're sitting on a 3 or a 4 in their power meter. Creeps up on you. So try a flex here. Ooh. You know what? I'm not going to go with it. Probably that's an 8-3. That's 8-4 exactly. Same deal. They would have had it, so I was right to fold. But they still got that flex, and you can tell the difference now. A 17-7 lead. My power meter is sitting here at a measly 1. 7 energy points, or whatever these are called. So I've got the round. It'll chase me to 2. Yeah, both flex. It goes highest card total. Yeah. Okay. 16-7. Folded. 2 points of damage there. Now 12-7 deficit for me. I can afford one more card dump unless they opt right here to go with a flex. So we'll avoid that if we can. A 6 and a 7 against an 8. The only way they beat me here is if they've got a pair of 8s, and if they do, then knock me out with it right here, right now. Let's see. The drama. And it's an 8. All right, good match. See how the D and the O? I'm playing this on a large television here. This is... I hope that's something that can be remedied. That's part of the other 40%. But for something that's said to be 60% complete, I'm not sure how you even quantify that. It plays... They got the right parts ready before they put this out there because the gameplay is solid and it looks good. You know, the music isn't in there yet, but that's okay for now. Because again, this is a strategy game that's themed like wrestling. This is not a wrestling simulator. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, Dtotten3. Okay, thank you. Something I noticed in the leaderboards, it lists, well, I thought it listed upper and lower. I thought so. Somewhere in here I know I saw where it did, but maybe that's not the case anymore. Nevertheless, okay, I was able to look at that, and it kept me in the waiting room. So that's good to know. I didn't realize that until just now. And the way it's been working before, if you don't match with anybody in 90 seconds, it just resets you. Which I actually wish it would not do. I wish it was like a 5 or 10 minute or something. But I'm sure they don't want somebody to get stuck in a loop that's not actually in the lobby. You know how online games can get sometimes with that. I'm sitting here in room 1 at the moment. Yeah, I think there's ways you can do like invites and servers and the VIP lounge. I've just gone with just the general population. All right. Rematch with JustJim. Okay, so a 2 and a 3 up against a 5. I had no plans to play in this first hand. An advantage if you do fold early like this, you get an extra card in your hand for the duration of the match. Up to 6. And it was the right play to fold because I was up against a 5 and an 8. So only 1 point of damage, 25 to 24, early lead for JustJim. Got the flex. There's not a ton to be gained from a flex as far as a multiplier coming off a 1, but that also makes it less likely to be anticipated by your opponent. Part of the challenge of this. And more importantly for me, though, right now, the power meter's up to 4. Not crazy about this. We'll go 6 and 6. This feels like trouble right here. We'll see. Oh, it was a flex. I should have stayed in. All right, so now I'm down by 3. This is interesting, isn't it? I mean, I have to fold because it's not going to be a flex, and a flex hand against a non-flex hand just isn't going to win. Only way to win that is if I were to get them to fold. But that just wasn't going to happen. Or maybe it would if we were gone past that 1. I don't know. Alright, so down by 8. 6-7 here. So we know we got the round for sure. We'll see if we can get them to chase to 2. And at 1, probably have something. And they folded. So 4 damage done, but JustJim protected the strong power meter number at 8 with a fold. The problem here, if I were to go for a throwaway hand here, I don't think I can afford to. I think that's going to... We'll see. I've got at least this round won. I feared having that get doubled. I get hit with 16 points of damage and that ending it. Folded. Look at these power meter streaks. Theirs is at 8, mine's at 6. Up by 1, but still a dangerous spot. A lot that can go wrong for me here. But if they're flexing, I think they'll win. See? Scare them off. They folded. Ha. We're at 12 damage. I had 6 on the power meter. The flex doubled it. You see why I feared the flex on that side. All right. 15-2, but I mean, I have to still be very careful here. This match is not over at all. Oof. You know what? I'm going to stick in with it. At least on a 1. They're going to go with a tripler. If they have a 7 or an 8, they beat me. Otherwise, I win. As a flex, and I win. So that's the 1, 2, 3. I get my revenge on JustJim after our first match. Good game. And again, for people just watching this stream for the first time or just tuning in, you get to choose from 6 different wrestlers here on the selection screen. This is the open beta version of Blockchain Brawlers. Open beta. And whoever's going to meet me here in this Room 1 matchup. Is that BTack? All right, pair of 8s would be a nice way to start out. So no matter what, I've got the win for this first round because, at least for now, 8 is the highest number a card can have. And the way it works, you pick your move and then whoever wins when it goes to a showdown like this, their move connects. So from the tripler is 3 points of damage. I get 1 point added to my power meter. It goes up to 2. 25-22 lead. Sometimes if you catch a 7 or 8 out there, You can do some real damage with a 1-3, but it's risky. A lot that can go wrong with it. And that was the right play. And they get the bonus from having the 3. So their power meter now at 4. Big boost. Oh, I guess we did play it. Okay, I lost track of who I played earlier. All right, let's see what I'm doing here. 1. Folded. So up to 3 on my power meter. Theirs is still at 4. If that's a 6, we would have a draw for the round. 7 or 8, they win. It's a 7, so they win that round. My power meter goes back to 1. It gets reset. Theirs is up to 7. They got a 4-point lead. Ooh, here's the problem. If I fold here, and I probably will, though, I'm just getting 7 points of damage, unless it's a 1. Or maybe they'll fold too. No, they were going higher on it. Let's see what they got. 8, okay. So I did the right thing to fold, but just see 7. Maintaining that power meter is critical. Tripler here. I know I can't lose the round. Folded. Terribly surprising. Checking that power meter. Down by 10. 4, 6. Folded. That's 2 points of damage, but still they're well ahead. And that power meter's protected. Okay, not a good spot here. Oh no. We'll go 1 and 3. Hope that I can catch them on a flex. But they don't need to. They can play very tight right now. They folded. So I got the 1 and the 3. Look at that power meter up to 8. Both at 8 on the power meter. They lead 14-9. Ooh. If that's a 3 or a 1, they'll win the match. I believe. Nope. They won that particular round. I'm down to 1 point of life left. Maybe I'm wrong about that as far as how flexing affects things with the power meter versus your individual round. All right, we'll go, 6 and 7? With a tripler, let's see what they're going to do. As if I'm encouraging them to. They folded. They made the right decision to fold there. So essentially, unless there's some sort of a draw, this next round is going to decide it. Six and 6. Let's see. It's a 5. If that's an 8, if that's an 8, they win a 7. We'll see. 7 would be a draw. And I got it. All right, so good game, BTack. Almost had me down to 1. And that's part of the fun of this game is you can have those swings. Even when you're way down. Catch a couple breaks. Come away the winner. Thank you. Good game. Dtotten3. 3-4. Just dump this opening hand here. I haven't wanted to jinx this with mentioning the gameplay not getting slowed up yet. I did something off stream this morning. It was a lot of fun. It'd be like a best of 3. But there was one point where I was waiting. I thought it was just going to be a no contest where the game freezes up. You know, this is 60% complete. It's an open beta, so you got to know that coming in that this might happen. The emotes are not in there yet. A lot of the animation, facial expressions, that sort of thing that I think is going to be pretty robust in this game is not there yet, but that's the accompaniment. That's the stuff that goes with the important part, which is the actual gameplay. And momentary lockups like this aside, I mean, it's a pretty well-balanced strategy game in my opinion. Now, one thing I've got to figure out is how many of each card there are in a given hand. I know you got the 1 through 8. Like it was at 3 total per 1 through 8. I don't think I've ever seen 4 of a kind in a hand. Now, I know it's one of those where you can just look it up online, Lou, and I could, but the problem is some of the stuff is dated because this is being changed and adjusted as this process has gone on, and the developers look to make the game as much fun as it can be. So that's like a no contest there. Back to the room. Here we go again. Pair of fours. We'll probably dump them. We'll see what's here. There's a 1. I've got to think about it. There's a 4. You know what? We stick around for 1. Let's see what they got. It was like insurance against them having a 3 or a 1, because that'd be an early flex. And it's not like I have a lot to lose with my power meter starting at 1. And I did lose. Yeah, it's just the first round. Only lost the 1 point. My power meter stays the same, but it would have been that anyway if I had folded. Disadvantage, I don't get the extra card. So there's a lot as far as checks and balances go with this game. Okay, at best they can get a draw, so I can play this a little aggressively. They were going to fold anyway, so. Although I thought if they were in for 1, they might be in for 3. So they fold, their meter's protected at 2, and we're even at the moment. 1-8. Oh, it'd be a good time to have a 1-8. Basically, the only thing that can beat me here is a 7 or an 8, because otherwise it's a flex. And let's see, they put it on 3, so this could be trouble. Yeah. Solid chop. All right, so my meter goes back to 1. Theirs goes to 3, a 24 to 18 deficit for me. They folded. And that's if there's a silver lining to only having your power meter at 1, it's that you can get a bit looser about how you play and you take some risks. So you get the boost from having the 3. Now power meter goes to 4. Down by 5 points though. 2 and 3. They got me once with a 7 and 7. Well, let's see. I'll go 2. They're going 3. Okay. Wow. They had the goods again. Power meter back to 1. Down by 14. Throwaway hand. I mean, this could be a flex right here. Probably is, but I need to get another card in here to have any chance to get things turned back around. Down 23 to 1. Turn it all around like I'm Yoshihashi. Let's go. 7 and 8. Up against a 4. Folded. It doesn't really matter for them with their power meter now since I'm only at 1 point left. That could be 50. And it wouldn't matter because it's just the 1 point left for me. So I've got to win out essentially. I got to go all in on it. Win or lose. End it right here if that's it. If not, yep. And sometimes you're not going to get the draws as far as the cards go, and your opponent will play them well when they go. Squashed in short order there. Getting jobbed out like I'm leaving the territory. back to the lobby. So again, this is Blockchain Brawlers, the new game available in open beta on Steam. This is NashvilleLou Live. My name is Lou Pickney. This is my stream. I'm not sure how it works with the queuing process in the player versus player lobby. I guess I can look at the leaderboard and it will tell me if I've got a match. And here we go, JustJim. All right, let's see. 8 to 1's not a bad play here. I know it's a flex. But because the 1's there. Uh-oh. Oh, they flex as well. Oh, it was a draw for the round, so we both connect. Look at this. I got my shot in, and then Greenhorn slaps me in the face. So we both flexed, and we both connected with our strike, so it's like the opposite of when both sides fold. Both sides have their power meters drop down back to 1. I'll go 5-6. Only thing that can beat me here is an 8. Let's see. 7. So it's another draw. It's like an Ishii versus Shibata match. 2013 G1. Stand there and take each other's best shots. Pair of 3s will probably a fold. Flex. So I shouldn't have folded, as it turns out. But the upside of the fold is I get the extra card, beginning with the next round. The problem is when they've got a higher power meter and you start thinking about this doubler, tripler stuff, they've got a lot more to gain, potentially. They called it here. I'm hoping they went with like a 2-1. Ah, it was a 2-1. So 1 damage. It breaks their power meter. I get the boost for having the 3 in a winning hand. Yeah. Just fold the 1-3 here. And that could be another extra card. Got a pair of 5s already there, so I should be in decent position to play it kind of tight. Circumstances allow. We both folded. One and a 4, but I mean, I could hope that he's flexing here and call him, but I don't think so. I mean, he might be fine. I'm just not going to take that chance. I think the risk is greater than the reward. Although I would have been wrong, because in this case, that was a flex. JustJim, 3-point lead. I have the advantage with the power meter. Here we go, a 6 and an 8. Up against a 4. We'll go with 2 or doubler. See if we can get the chase. Nope. Not this round. A lot of times you'll scare off a 4 if you've got a 6 up there. Because they may be flexing with a 4-3. But if you're sitting there with a 6-3, you're going to beat them. And those little nuances of this game that you learn with experience. Or at least that's how it's been for me. All right. One, 3. I hate to play it too tight, but I'm going to fold it here. There's too much to lose with that power meter at 5. And I made the right decision that round. All right, so I'm down by 1. My power meter's at 5. My opponent's power meter's at 3. We'll go 6-7 here. Ooh. This could be tough. They went on 1. They go to 3. They went with the 3. Let's see what they got. 8. And that was probably the round of the match right there. JustJim with a 14-13 victory in that round. 13-3 lead. My power meter's at 1. I can go 6-6 here. See if I can scrape my way back into it against the 6. It doesn't matter as far as the double or tripler because they've got 4 on their power meter. I've got 3 on my life meter. In other words, they'll beat me either way if they're going to beat me here. And they did. 6 and 8 beat 6 and 6. Good game. Good round there. JustJim victorious over me. I've always said it's the sign of a good game when you can lose and still enjoy it. And that's how this has been for me. I mean, obviously you'll want to win. But when you can still have a good time and enjoy a game, even if you don't win, that says a lot about the fun factor of a given game. We're more than an hour into this now, and it's flying by for me. I know at some point there will be people that have more normal time schedules than me that maybe turning in for the night. Of course, this is around the world, so just because it's nighttime for folks in the United States doesn't mean the rest of the world isn't getting in on it. But I'm not sure how the distribution is as far as players go. But I think people are going to enjoy playing this as a game that they live stream. Now, if there's stakes on the line, there's something different. They're just playing for fun like this. That's one thing. And I'm not sure how that can be handled, or even if it should be. I can always record if there's some sort of a tournament and then have it for publication on YouTube later for whatever interest there might be. But I'm not sure what the developers have in mind. But they were clearly careful about making sure the gameplay was ready to go, that it made sense, that it wasn't glitching out too much. If things lock up in a live matchup, that's going to happen. Just the nature of trying to do live player versus player for something that's your opponent could be halfway around the world. And see, after 90 seconds, I got bounced. And so I wouldn't mind having this just sit here, not live streaming, while I'm writing something on DraftKings or a wrestling blog or one of my 1,000 other interests. And if 10 minutes later somebody shows up, then okay, great, we'll play. And I'll record it and then maybe use it on down the line. But if I have to give up every 90 seconds to get back into the room, that's going to be a kind of off-putting thing. But I'm sure there are technical reasons for doing it that way. Oh yeah, and that's the thing. This being able to be played for free, it's a fun enough game where you don't have to have stakes per se on the line. All right, Dtotten3 back. With a pair of fives. We're going to 2. I'll match. They might have a 6, maybe a 7. 8. Their power meter goes to 2. Mine's still at 1. They lead 25 to 23. Not thrilled about this. Oof. A lot that can go wrong here. But they've got more to lose. Pushing to 3. Let's call them. Yep. Right move. And so even though we had the same number of points because they flexed and I didn't, no matter the point differential, if any, I would win the round. That's the way it works. With a pair of 2s. And flexing is when your first card is higher than your second card. Like this is a possible flex here. If they've got a 7 or an 8, they would win the round. I would be risking 4. That power meter, I don't like that. Jump out of this. I hope it got in before the buzzer. What is this? There we go. Yep, that was the right move. All right, tied up at 22. Oh, no. 8 and 8. Came in at 1. Called in the doubler. So that's going to be 8 points of damage, I guess, here, huh? Power meter at 4. 16 to 14, or 16 to 12. And now I lead 22 to 14. With a power meter at 5. So a pretty good spot at the moment. Time to give this the heave-ho. I figure they're pretty confident going to 3, knowing that would knock them out. Oh, it's a flex. Shows what I know, huh? Nice timing. I didn't think they would have done that because I could have gone to being triple would send me up to 15, and that would have won me the match. 6 against an 8. So at best, it would be a draw for the round. Both in on 3. Let's see it. They may have a 7. I hope they do. Even better. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's a win either way for me. All right, so good game. And you see how 1 or 2 rounds within a given match can end up being what decides it. Yeah, they'll give me Brawl. I'll keep playing, when the real game launches. It's fine by me. We'll rematch again. Dtotten3. Risky if that's a 6, 7, or 8. But Not much to lose. An 8. It's 25 to 22. 5, 6. Hoping to catch a low card here. An 8. It's either double 8s or they're going to a flex, and I will beat them if they're flexing, with no matter what they have. So I win the round unless, well, they're going to 3, unless they don't play in time. Let's see what they got. There's a flex. Pretty good time for them to try that. They had the 3 in play, so if I would have folded, that would have gone to them. But instead, we're tied back up at 22. Dump the 2 3s. Very little that can go right for me with that. Because even if that's like a 6-5, we both flex, then it goes to points. So it's not like when flexing's in play that points become immaterial. It's just the flexing status becomes the first decider. So win this round no matter what. They're folding. Six, 7 isn't too bad. At worst, it would be a draw if they have an 8. They folded. Pair of 3s. I'll probably fold. Oh, look at this. But again, when you got more to lose, plus I get an extra card in my hand by dumping. So get rid of the 3s. 2 of the 3 cards. Oh, it was a flex. I shouldn't have folded. Look at that. Watch what the power meter's going to go to. The power meter's at 2 now, up to a 7. All right. Tied at 17. So I've got this round no matter what. They might fold here. They might not. Yep, they will. Okay, this isn't a particularly appealing setup. We'll go 1, 3. Or we'll go 1 and no. If it's an 8, either it's a pair of 8s. 3. That hits, they win. Let's find out. If it's an 8, they win the match. Otherwise, I win the round, and it's a pair of 8s. $21 points of damage. And that's it. Good game. As long as there are people wanting to play, I'll keep playing here for a while. So E-dub. I don't understand the KIL designation. We'll go 6 and 8. Alright, so we've got this regardless. We'll go in for a doubler. They'll call me, so I've got this first round. The pop of a slap. Sounds nice, but the damage wasn't overwhelming. A pair of ones. It's a 4. It's kind of risky, but I'm not overly concerned if I lose that power meter streak being only at 2. But my gut says fold. They were going up for a tripler. Oh, it was a flex. I shouldn't have folded. So you see how this game works. So my power meter resets to 1. Or no, it stays at 2 because I folded. If we had gone heads up in that showdown there, then it would have reset had I lost. 5 and 8. Get the round no matter what. I bet you they're going to fold. Oh, they're going up for a 3. Oh, that's a poor decision. All right. So that resets their meter. Mine's up to 3, 23 to 17. We'll go with a pair of 5s. Well, I'm not crazy about this. Hope we'll catch him on a low card. Oof, don't like this at all. Went for 1. They might another going double. Let's hang around. They may have a 5 as well. Maybe not. They got could be a higher card. We'll see. Yeah. Hindsight, probably should have read that as a time to fold. That's hindsight for you, isn't it? Okay. Go with a 1-1. I guess the 7. They went with 1. Oh, they call me with 2. You can't re-raise. They're going to call, so we'll see if it's a 7 or 8, they win the round. Otherwise, I do. It was a flex, so I win the round. So even though they have 13 points, I got 2 because I didn't flex. I won round number 5. So you see how this works. And now the power meter for me up to a 6. There's where that showdown loss drops to a 1, 21-15 lead. Not out of the woods just yet. In fact, I think I'll feel better about doing it this way. Oh, no. Oh, what a mess. Out. Fold. I mean, that clock doesn't mess around when it wants to. That's what we get for yakking so much. I mean, I had no chance to win with a flex against a 1. Oh, yeah, they can. A flex can backfire big time, that's for sure. All right, this is pretty good here. 7-8. Okay. Throwing a doubler. I don't think they'll chase me. They're at 1, though, so maybe. They called me. I don't know why. I guess well, you know what? If I'd been flexing, that would be the time to call me and bust me up on it. That would be a heck of a time. That would be a bold time to take a flex. Well, you have to at some point, I suppose. So Easy win on that round. We're down to 3 points. And more importantly, or just as importantly perhaps, their power meter drops to 1. So I can have a little bit of patience here. Like a pair of 5s. I'll just fold if they got something higher, like that 7. Get out of here on that. So I've got a pair of 6s. I got 3 cards coming into my hand after this. It was a flex. If I would have stayed in, I would have won. But they're just going to deliver the 1 point of damage. Or maybe it'll be higher because the flex. So it's 18-3 with my lead here. You know what? I'll go with a pair of 6s now. I've got a third 6. And at best, that would be a draw, which I'm going to win anyway. So no need to raise it up any. They're going to, so I'll call them on that, but it doesn't matter. They can't beat me here. If it's an 8, we'd both connect. My offense would knock them out. Theirs would knock me out. So 12-10, I win that round and the match. The 1, 2, 3, and that'll do it. Again, this is the open beta release of Blockchain Brawlers, now available on Steam. This is entirely different than the Web3 project. This is free to download and play. It's a lot of fun. Back at it. So on here is NashvilleLou. Another match against JustJim. Six and 7, pretty strong way to start, probably. If they've got a 7 or an 8 here, I may have to rethink it. Nah, they're just throwing away their 2. Well, and 7. I mean, that is what you would imagine. An opponent with a 2 on that opening hand and probably throwing it away. Let's kill my higher cards off the board, although I do get that first bit of offense. Hoping they're going to be anticipating a flex here. Ooh, or maybe I won't be happy about it. An 8 would beat me here. A 7 would be a draw. It would reset my meter, but that's not all that important. Let's go for a tripler and see what. Well, they're in for it, so this could be an 8. This could be trouble. It's a 7, so we both connect. Our meters will both reset, but no regrets. Chop and a kick. And as noted, the meters both at 1. I've got a 22-18 lead. We'll go 6 and 7. Flexing is when your first card is higher than your second card. And I'm not, most of the time I won't be flexing in all likelihood. I've got to think about what I'm doing here. We'll go with the 2 for the doubler. See if they're going to chase. They got in for 1. Fold. That was the right decision. Of course, that's the flip side with them folding. JustJim gets an extra card for the next round. There's a certain balance to this. Okay. Unless it's like an 8, I'll fold. Maybe a 7, but I don't know. Yeah, it's a 7. You know what? I'll take that extra card for this next time around. Let's see what they had. This could be a flex. Could be like a 7-3. That was a flex. It's a 7-4, so they don't get the extra point that they would have for the 3. You get an extra point for a 3 or a 1 as far as the bonus to your power meter. I hope I explained that properly. Pair of fours. I don't really like this particular hand. But against a 1, though, if that's an 8, I would lose the round. If it's a 7, we would draw. Let's see. Put it for the doubler. They're going to go with a 3. They're probably strong on it, but we're going to find out. All right, it's a draw, so they will get that point boost for having the 1 card. Well, you know what? I don't know if they will. How does that work? When you both connect like that, it normally resets the meters to 1. Oh, and there it is. Okay. So I'm up 14 to 11. Our power meters are both back at 1. Be a good time to dump a couple of 3s out. It's a 6. Let's get rid of the 3s. And again, there is strategy also because you get the extra card when you fold up to 6 cards total. There's a flex. I shouldn't have folded. A well-timed flex by JustJim. The power meter, oh, there goes up to 4. If I had a 3 or a 1, I'd be tempted to go for a flex here. But I think the better play is to go with this. They folded immediately. Not surprising. It's a 7 with a 5. More often than not, it's going to be your best move. Especially if you're flexing. Like if that was a 5-3, you know, there's really no sense in going with it. Up against a 7. I'll take my chances of these flexing here. Just raised to 3, a tripler, which I didn't go for at all. And a solid hand, a 7 and 8. So I made the right move by folding. But still a solid connection that gave JustJim the lead 10 to 8. So now let's see. Pair of 7s. Okay, so at worst, it would be a draw for the round. The problem is, if this gets raised to 3, well, I'll raise it to 3. JustJim went in for a 1, folded. Interesting. That pop again. So I'm up to a 3 on my power meter. This is at 5. That's potentially trouble. Pair of 6s. Oh, this could be it. Going on a 3. Ooh. Let's call it. This may be it. Oh, it was a flex. 9 damage, I win. Ah, good game. Let's see how unpredictable that was down there to the very end. Good game, well played. Back at it, sticking to the room here. Cryptopros. All right. This is NashvilleLou Live. I'm Lou Pickney. Playing Blockchain Brawlers. Open with a 6 and an 8. 4. I've got this round for sure. Let's see if I can get him to chase me on a doubler. We're in on a 1. called, so I'll win this first round. Slap him in the face. So I won that because it's 14 points beating 12. A glow draw here. It's the 6. The only way I would win this round would be if this is a flex. It might be a flex. It was a flex. That boosts their power meter up to 4. Seven and 3. That's a 5 or higher. It had me in a pretty good spot here. Let's see. Oh. Well, I'm glad that they didn't go with a doubler. They had 4 points and their power meter only had 2. That's why I was hesitant to try and raise them. And that's the risk if you flex. We'll go with something a little safer, a 5-8. Up against the 6 isn't totally safe, though. If that's an 8, it's their second card, they're going to get the round. We'll play doubler. They're going for a doubler as well. Let's see. Hoping that's like a 6, maybe a 7. It's an 8. What a pop. So Cryptopros moves up to a 23-9 lead. My meter resets at 1. Probably a throwaway hand. They folded. So they protected their power meter. When you fold, you don't get your power meter reset. The way it gets reset is when you lose on a showdown, or when it's a draw on a showdown, you both connect. Let's see. Good spot with this. 6 and 7. What are they going to have? Okay, so I've got this round for sure. Run on a 1. Will they chase me for a doubler? No, they folded. So I'm down by 9. Their meter's at 6, mine's at 5. This is... There's trouble with their flexing here, but... That's a flex. I could be in trouble, bad. I'll fold it here. Protect the streak, the power meter streak. And it's a winner. So 6 points of damage, but you see why I didn't match him. That was the right move. It keeps me in the match. 18-3. Got to go with a 5-6. No room for error. I can't lose anymore. Up against the 3, I've got this round for sure. Do I go 2 or 3 here? Let's go 3, might chase. Nope, fold. Damage meter goes to 6. 5-8. tripler. We're at 1. Come on. Ah, they folded. So I deliver 6 damage. You see the problem here with these 4s. They're sitting on something over here. They have 4 cards right there. They're waiting for me. So I need to get something really strong out of my draw. And I didn't. Could go well. There's no time to get cute with it. Up against a 5. Problem is if I fold, the game is over. They call, so unless this is a flex, they're going to win the match. And it's a 5, so it's not a flex. Cryptopros, well played, good game. That was well done. And yes, we will continue. More. Back to the lobby. Playing as NashvilleLou is my username on here. So if you ever run across me, I'm not hard to find. Approaching 12:30 Nashville time, 12:30 a.m. Early morning hours of September 26, 2022. And with this being such a new game, reach a certain time at night, U.S. time. Trying to find opponents in the lobby area, it's a little bit difficult to do. I've gone an hour 40 plus at this point, so if this is it for now, that's fine. We'll let it go to a minute 30. It'll reset. I'll give it one more run through the lobby. If nobody's there, we'll wrap it up for the feed. And have more next time. Had a lot of matches. All right, so as you notice there, it reset when I hit 90 seconds and nobody matched with me. So we'll see. And this game just came out a few days ago in an open beta form, so limited number of total players at this point. But I think as people play this game and get to know it and understand it, I mean, even if you don't like pro wrestling, this is a game that you can play and enjoy. You don't need any dexterity or aptitude as far as trying to pull off wrestling moves like you would in a Fire Pro Wrestling World game. I plan on doing a lot of live streaming with AEW Fight Forever when it comes out. Big fan of All Elite Wrestling. What Tony Khan has done there, amazing. Up against a company that had a near total domestic monopoly for close to 20 years. And people in charge that had reputations that were, I should say, unsavory at best. And look, not everything's been smooth, but it won't be. Running a wrestling promotion, that's a tall order. You need a lot of patience. Here we go. I don't know how to pronounce that. Hamzara J-Putt 298. 7-8. Pretty good start here. Over the 3. So I've got this first round 1, regardless of what they've got. They've got an 8. So 15-13. And I get the first bit of offense in the match. Each side starts with 25 points. The number below your icon is your power meter, a multiplier. Very important part of this game. If you fold and lose on a hand, that's fine. Doesn't mess with your meter. If you go heads up, what they call a showdown, and you lose, or you both connect, your power meter gets reset. And that's the crux of the strategy of this game. You see the almost like being raised in Texas Hold'em, but a more simplified form there. You pick whatever your move animation is. It doesn't matter with this. And they had an 8, and so strong card right there. It breaks my power meter. Well, if you run across a 7 and 8, that's going to happen. Oh, okay. Okay, so a 6 and a 7. I've got this round 1 for sure. Let's go with a 3. They're going to go on the tripler, which is fine because their small power meter will get reset. So the 3 points of damage, my power meter goes up to 2. And I've got a 22-19 lead. All right, this will be a pair of 3s. I'm just going to dump here. And unless they've got like a 1 or an 8. I'll think about it. And the reason against an 8 is that an 8 is going to be a flex unless it's got a second 8 next to it. And a non-flexing hand always beats a flexing hand. You know, it's a lower card I'm getting out here. They were going for a tripler. And I made the right decision. Still up by 2. And our power meters are both at 2. I've got a 6. And because I folded now 3 cards, we'll go 6, 7. Let's see what they've got. They've got a 4, so I've got this around for sure. We'll act like I've got maybe something a little weaker and maybe get them to chase. They're going with a 3. Thank you very much. Because the highest card you can get is an 8. I know my 13 would beat an 8 and a 4. It's a 6. 13 beats 10. You see how this works. Which one's 1 on leaderboard? I'm reading the chat. I've probably seen this on a delay. Again, the more I do this, the more I'm impressed by the live streamers that can, especially the scam baiters, can keep a persona going on top of everything else. 6 and a 7. This could be troublesome here. This could be a flex. We'll go with 1. Let's see what they do. Okay, they're going 3. They've scared me off. I had more to lose there with the power meter, and that was the right move. Look, I would have lost 14-13. And while I did lose that round, my power meter is intact. $20-13. Lay it in here with a 6 and an 8. They're probably going to fold. I don't know. They've been playing kind of loose, though. We'll go with a 3. And they call. Look at that. So now I'm going to hit a 9 on them. No matter what they have. Doesn't matter. Winner. That's just for the round. They're at 4. You don't want to get cocky in this game. Other stream a couple days ago, I was up, was it 20-1 and lost? That can be done. And especially when you got this. Parade of low cards. 2, 3, we're just going to... Because I can just sit on this here and wait for a few hands. Fold. So those cards will be out. I got 3 more cards coming in on the next hand. It doesn't matter what they do. They're going to get the 1 point. Unless it's a flex. If it's a flex, they'll get a couple extra points, but I'm not too concerned about it. It was a flex. So they're up to 4 as far as the power meter goes. Okay, a pair of 8s. Done deal. Lock it in, brack them. Doesn't matter. Can't touch me. Ball game. It's tough when you're in that spot. If you don't have the cards. You get something like me running up against you like a Mack truck with a pair of 8s. So there is luck of the draw that comes into this, but there's enough skill involved. This is not just some sort of a blind draw. All right. Jump back in there. Get the timer started. Take another look at the leaderboards. Work in progress. And there's the 6 different wrestlers you can choose from. And the moves are all the same for this particular open beta iteration of it. The Web3s can have all sorts of stuff. But this has nothing to do with any sort of Web3 interface. This is just for show here. It mentions like a wax blockchain wallet. That's for those interested in Web3, there's a world of stuff to find out here. For those not, you don't have to worry about it at all. It's a fun game to play. Okay, they had to reset it. Oh, okay, that was the #1 ranking. The person I played there. Okay. Could have sworn the other day this was an upper and lower. I was able to tell with some people, like the Your Daddy player, who the daddy was not capitalized, which I remember for whatever reason. Sometimes I was going through here trying to look for clues with the upper lowercase stuff. I don't mean to insult anybody or mispronounce anybody's name. Worked for years as a broadcaster. I do my best. I know how important it is, how people want to hear their name said properly, even if it's just a handle in a video game. But sometimes the context clues all there when it's in all caps, like it's Yoshihashi. Oh, it's Mike. That's your daddy. Ha! All right. Cryptopros. Play them again. I think they beat me the first time. 7/8's a nice start. Let's see if they'll chase a double or they might. First hand, so there's little. It's not exactly high stakes here. Your meter's at 1. Now they're deciding if they want to match, and they will. So the 8 and a 7 beat a 7 and a 5. One 3. Let's see. Maybe we'll catch him on a 7 or an 8. Maybe not. Worth the risk, even though it would reset my power meter. They're going to a 3. Okay, forget it. If that's a bluff, then so be it. There's a if it's a bluff, it's anything but a 1. Right? Because, I mean, it's going to be a lot higher. I shouldn't have called to begin with, so I'm glad it worked out that way. Again, I don't have that, like, instinct just yet with every combination of these cards. And with that clock there, I'm trying to watch live. Here's the Odad look in chat and miss somebody's comment from 3 minutes ago. Okay. 2 and a 3. Eesh. Let's see. Okay, that was not a good move. I don't know why I did that. Should have folded there to get the extra card. It was not a strong play. We'll go with 5 and 8. Against a 1, I'm sure they're going to fold. Or am I? Up against a 5, you never know for sure what the opponent has, and they folded as I expected. Okay, we'll go with a 6 and the 8. All right, hopefully get him to engage here. So I'll have the round. I'm going to break their power meter streak at 5. Mine will go up to, what, 3? Or 4, I should say. It'll double. Or 3. No, it was... So right the first time. The more important thing was getting my opponent's power meter back down. Okay, this is a good time to dump a pair of 4s. Let's get the extra card. 3 chances to draw a high card to go with that 7 right there for the next hand. That was a flex. A well-timed flex, you get the 1 card in there along with that flex. And the power meter's up to 4. Tied at 18. I can go 6, 7. I'm not thrilled about this, but this will work maybe. Yeah, this will work for sure this hand because the most that my opponent could get would be 12. And I'm here at 13. Question is, will they chase? We're in at 1. And they folded. So I lead by 3. Our power meters are both at 4. I can go with a 6, 7. Up against the 3. I know I've got this one for sure. We're at 1. They called me. So that's going to break their streak. My 4 will be doubled to an 8. So they'll be down to what, 7 points? Their second card was an 8, but it didn't matter because I had 13. All right, so I'm now 18 to 7. They're down at 1 on the power meter. I can't get too conservative here. As tempting as that would be, it just would be foolish to take a chance at this point. That could be a 7-3. That's fine. That's the risk reward is one there. It was a 7-1. I shouldn't have folded. But part of the way this game is you will understand what your opponent's going to be thinking in this situation. It's a spy versus spy, cat versus mouse. All right. This is not very good. Do that 1 and 3, just throw that in there. We'll see on a 6. Not going to chance it. Roll it out. It's the right decision because they had a 6 and a 7. They were not flexing. When neither side flexes, whoever has the most points between the 2 cards they're holding. All right, 7 and 8. They might chase me here because they're really up against it. They could hold out for 1 more round. That would actually be okay if they did. They're all in, so I'm going to win. Not just the round, but the match. They can't beat a 15. And sometimes it's the only choice you got. The luck of the draw isn't there for you with the cards. Certain limitations. All right, so I got the win. I win back against Cryptopros. Good game. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call that it for now. Almost at 2 hours of this live stream. It's been a lot of fun. Appreciate everybody that had a chance to stop in and say hey. Plan on doing a lot more of this in the future with this game, particularly as it gets beyond the open beta and to the full release. Again, this is Blockchain Brawlers, available for free, open beta on Steam. I'm Lou Pickney. This is NashvilleLou Live. Thanks for watching. See you next time. And then next time will probably be sometime late Monday night Nashville time. This next episode upcoming of NashvilleLou Live, playing Blockchain Brawlers. So thanks to everyone that stopped in. See you next time.